Hello lovelies, and welcome to the morning routine. Waking up nice and early as the sun is rising is such a beautiful way of starting our day, of really moving into our center, of grounding, and of finding a way to place an intention for the rest of the day. So coming to stand on your mat with your feet hip distance apart and just moving onto the balls of your feet, onto your heels, moving onto the balls of your feet, onto your heels, and then just bending into the one knee and the other knee with both feet nice and flat on the ground, really moving into your hips. And then on the next inhalation, breathing your arms up and exhale to the right. Inhale back to center. Exhale to the left. Inhale back to center. And repeat that 2 or 3 more times. Inhale, breathing up, giving yourself a stretch, and exhale over to the side. Inhale, breathing up, and exhale over to the side. Good. And then on the exhalation, bringing your arms down, opening your shoulders, and coming straight into shoulder rotations. Breathing your arms back up again on inhalation, and on exhalation coming into a nice deep forward bend. Inhale, halfway lift to bring your spine a little bit more upright and open your legs a little bit wider. Just walking it out here, bending the one knee, stretching into the other leg, and then bending the other leg and stretching into, bending the other knee and stretching into the other leg. If you need to, you can get yourself some blocks if you have some at home, just have them handy. Good, and then you rather use the blocks if you feel you can't reach the floor comfortably so early in the morning. And then on the next inhalation, a halfway lift again, stretching up into your spine and moving all the way over to your right as far as you can. And try and bring your forehead as far forward towards your knee as possible. Inhale, gently coming back to center, stretching out into your spine, and then exhale all the way over to the left. And the same here, try and bring your forehead as close to your knee as possible. Taking 2 or 3 nice deep breaths here. Good, and then inhaling, reaching forward, stretching the blocks as far forward as you can, placing your hands onto them, and then almost coming into a downward facing dog, but a tight downward facing dog. So not your legs and your arms too far apart to begin with. And then gently, when you come off the blocks, you can move into a deeper downward facing dog with your legs and your arms a little bit further apart. Really making sure that you're rolling your shoulders out and up the spine, so out to the side, and then pushing away from the floor, fingers nicely spread out. On inhalation, come forward, place your blocks or a towel or another yoga mat underneath your heels, and come into a squat. Squat is a great posture for us to open up into our hips. Opening up into our hips and our pelvis, and then moving into a side twist. If the bind is not accessible for you, then just place your right arm against the knee, your left arm behind you, and look up over your left shoulder. Take a couple of nice deep breaths here, and then inhale, reaching forward again, and exhale, binding over to the other side. Once again, if that's not possible for you, just use the left arm against the left knee, reach the right arm behind you, and gaze over the left shoulder. Good. Inhale, reaching both arms forward. Exhale, removing the blocks from under your heels and coming into a full squat if that's possible and accessible to you. Good. We're going to be moving into an energizing exercise where we inhale, reach up, stretching our legs out and coming into a deep forward bend, and exhale, moving back into the squat again. So if this is not accessible for you without the blocks or a yoga mat or a rolled up towel, then place these back underneath your heels and do the exercise in this way. Good. Exhale, come forward. Inhale, move up. Good. Holding up here, moving your head from side to side, coming into a nice deep forward bend. If you can, reach your arms or your hands to the floor. And then on exhalation, coming back down into a full squat. Coming to sit on the block, placing your feet together and allowing your knees to fall out to the side. And just moving into your pelvis here, shaking into your knees, into your legs. And then on the next exhalation, gently move forward as far as you can with an upright spine. Inhale, move back up again. Relaxing into the pelvis, moving into the legs and the hips. Exhale, moving forward again. Inhale, moving up. Good. Removing that block from your buttocks and coming back into shaking your knees out. Exhale, move forward, trying this without the block underneath you if it's accessible for you. Inhale, come back up. Good. We're going to come into a nice wide cross-legged position, so shin against shin. We're going to exhale, move over to the left, just the arms. Inhale, reach up, and exhale, gaze over your shoulder. 2 or 3 breaths here. Inhale, coming back to center. Exhale, only moving the arms over to the right, and then inhale, reaching up into the crown, and exhale over to the right with the upper body too. Holding here for 2 or 3 breaths. And inhale back to center, coming into some camel riding just to waken up that cerebral spinal fluid in your spine. Moving into your vertebrae and your vertebral discs, activating these. And then exhale, reaching as far forward as possible with an upright spine. Stretching into the glutes here, into the pelvis. And possibly even into the hamstring of the leg that is in front. Inhale, come back up and change position. Bring the other leg in front. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, twist over to the right. Hold here for 2 or 3 breaths. And then inhale, come back to center. Exhale, arms over to the left. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, gazing over your left shoulder, moving the upper body into a twist. Hold here for 2 or 3 breaths. And then inhale, gently come back to center, moving into camel riding. Opening back up into that spine, bringing you back into center, into the middle point. Move around a little bit here, feel how your body feels, what it needs. And then on the next exhalation, move forward to a deep forward bend. Try and keep your spine as upright as possible, pulling your shoulders away from the ears and just tucking your chin in gently. Staying here for 2 or 3 breaths, just seeing how this position feels. Good, inhaling, coming back up again. And just closing off the practice here by connecting to the crown of our head, our crown chakra, our connection to above, our third eye, our throat chakra, our heart, our solar plexus, our sacral chakra, and all the way down into our base chakra. And from here, moving into a mindfulness practice where we will be seated and placing our intention for the day. Placing our intention for the day, and if we have any guidance that we need, any questions that we want to ask, any self-reflection, take time to use these next 2 or 3 minutes. And then if you have your journal with you, and then if you're like me and forgot your journal, you get up and go and get it. And get your cup of tea or some lemon water, which I like to have early in the morning, just to flush my system out a little bit. And then utilize this time and the last 2 minutes of the practice to write down the information that came forward to you. Perhaps your to-do list for the day. Perhaps you had some other inspiration that came through. Use this time to journal your thoughts, the messages. This is really a nice way to start off the day, to connect with yourself, to connect with your guides if you have any that you work with, to connect with your higher self or your inner child. And then just giving thanks for honoring yourself and putting yourself first thing in the day. Good, namaste. Wishing you a beautiful, beautiful day further.